Hey guys, Drifter here. Welcome to Ghost in Depth. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the support Squadmate. This is going to be one of the funniest in-depth episodes that I think I have ever done because you can play 18 versus 6 if you're using support Squadmates. You can call up to 12 extra support Squadmates if I'm not mistaken, taking your maximum player count on your team to 18, which is insane versus the other team. I'm going to show you my little bit of gameplay working up to the support Squadmate while I go over some of their basic stats, and then we're going to call them in all at once as a team and roll over the enemies, and it's really crazy. Stat number 1 is that the support Squadmate is an 11-point streak. If you're running hardline, that's 10. If you capture objectives or get assists, you can do it much faster than just killing people. They're much easier to get in objective games than they are in team deathmatch. He has approximately 300 health. This is not a hard figure of health. He probably has 100 with an armor multiplier just like the Juggernauts. It's a certain percentage reduction, but your effective health is 300. And the funny thing is, the first 100 of this health is ballistic vest. He kind of comes with a default ballistic vest that you have to shred through, and then he has approximately 200 health, which does seem to regenerate. And if you use AP rounds, you will kill the support Juggernaut, the support Squadmates, much faster. I will say with the caveat, this is very difficult to test because he kills me quickly, so there is a lot of wiggle room there. He will spawn with a riot shield and a P226 pistol. However, he can take guns from crates or off of the ground. So you may often see a support Squadmate that has a riot shield and a Panzerfaust, or a minigun and a shotgun, or I've seen them just run around with SMGs and assault rifles that they pick up from crates and off the ground, so they don't always keep these weapons. It can also capture an objective for you. Yes, your AI Squadmate can capture objectives for you. I'm not sure if he can score in Blitz. I've never managed to push one into the spawn zone, but in Domination they help you take flags faster, which is very advantageous. If you save one until you hop on a flag, call your support Squadmate, and you just capture that flag that much faster. And the crazy thing is that there is over an 18 or approximately an 18 player limit, which means that there is a 12 Squadmate limit at any particular time on the map. You can have up to 12 of them, which is insane if you think about the amount of cluster and craziness that you can put on a small map with the support Squadmates. So that's the big crazy strategy here for this in-depth episode, is that you work with a team of 6, which we were doing. We're a full party of 6. We all saved up our Squadmates, and some of us even saved up until we were close to looping them. We called them in all at once and created this huge just flood of support Squadmates and then some extra ones, and we had ammo crates on the ground so that they could pick up weapons very easily. And the crazy thing is, there doesn't seem to be a limit on how many you can personally call in. As far as I'm aware, you can personally call in as many as you would like up to that 12 limit, which I would hope to goodness you don't get to, but it's no 1 per person, it's no 2 per person or 3 per person. That I've never gone above 3, but we got up to where each person on our team had 2, and then some people weren't sure if they had 3 or more, and it got really nutty. The limit is really high, and you can roll over maps with them. If you save up and call them in one big mass, it doubles the amount of people on your team. Now, they're AI Squadmates, they're not very bright, but they do have a lot of health, and they move funny, and they do things that human beings can't do. If you use these effectively, if you're doing it solo, the most effective way to do would be to save up until you're about to double, call it in, kill one person, and then call in another one, and you have 2 Squadmates watching your back, which is very effective. You'll see me doing it in some of the gameplay here, and it's just crazy how this works. This shouldn't be allowed. I would say this is a totally broken game mechanic, but it's a very funny one at that, and it is a tactic that you can use. I would recommend it only for clan wars. Rest in peace, clan wars. This takes pub stomping to a whole new level. And even if you don't have a full team of 6, even if you only have 2 or 3 friends that you play with tops, maybe just 1 friend, you can double the amount of people on your team very quickly. Even in small numbers, this is a very deadly tactic, especially if you stick together and let the Squadmates eat up bullets for you. Extremely dangerous. I would tell you to use this in moderation. Don't be too mean with it. I try not to give game-breaking tips, but this one was just too good for me to sit on and do nothing. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something useful. If you did, don't forget to use the support Squadmate. Check out the previous episode, which was 10 tips for aggressive rushing. The next one is going to be on the tactical knife. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe. Drifter out.